there, Seraphim 17 once again. This is my Metal Gear Solid 3 European Extreme video walkthrough. We're in Tikhogornyj. I have no idea how to say that. We're in this beautiful looking place. This is my favourite part of Metal Gear Solid 3. I remember when I first played it and I came here and there was no Ocelot unit, thank God. It was just a really beautiful looking piece of level design. You know, you don't do much here. It's not very long, but it just looks like such a contrast from where we've just been. It's just this really nice stream. You know, it's got some really good sound effects and audio, and it just looks great. And I use this as an opportunity to get some food back, because when you're tortured, they remove all your food. And I had a shit ton of food thinking I could take it with me, and obviously you can't. So instead, I'm going to do some low kicks on some snakes, and I'm going to use my fork to stab anything I can't kick. And I did notice when I was killing the crabs on this area, they weren't turning into meals, and I don't know if it's because I was stood on them and I didn't see it, or what, but there were some crabs harmed in the making of this video, and they did not reward me with food, which is annoying. But there is essentially no challenge here. This is more of a traversal puzzle, and a lot of people will disagree with me when I say that I would have liked more traversal elements to this game. I think it would have really interspersed the stealth action well, but that's just because I really like exploring. I noticed that when I play Dark Souls, and when I play Dark Souls 2 and games like that, I like wandering and not knowing where I am, and you know, figuring and finding stuff. And I think that's an element that modern game design seems to be leaving behind in this more linear, you know, roller coaster ride of pre-scripted sequences, which on its own are fantastic, but because every single game is a linear, you know, pre-scripted sequence, it's starting to get a bit shitty. So when a game does come out, it gives you some options. Although, you know, a vast majority of players who aren't really used to that complain because, you know, I don't know where to go, it's too difficult and all that nonsense. But at the same time, it's really rejuvenating to just see a developer have the confidence to put the pad in a gamer's hands and let them attempt to break your game. And that's why I'll always have utmost respect for people like Bethesda, because they essentially make a very well-designed play area that's incredibly glitchy at times, unfortunately, but, you know, there's a lot of heart to it, and there's a lot of balls to it too, because there's not many games developers that are willing to do that. And that's why I like Tikhogornyj, whatever it's called, that place, because it's one of those moments where if you remove the tracker, it's just a nice leisurely stroll through the jungle. But after the cutscene with Ava, the ridiculous shadow wrestling cutscene, you're going to be able to re-equip your stuff, so you want to drop all the bullshit and put all the good stuff back in. I generally put in pistols, you know, grenades, and that's about it. A mistake I'm going to make that I want you not to make is before the Volgin fight, put the weapons in the ones that you're going to use. Make sure you equip them. I don't, so at the beginning of every retry I have to re-equip the fucking stuff, and it's enough to make you want to kill yourself. It gets so annoying. And the weapons you're going to need for that fight are either the Mark 22 and the Mosin Nagant if you're going to trank him, or the SVD if you're going to kill him with a lethal weapon which still counts as a non-lethal kill. And the SVD is the much easier one, but you do not get the camouflage which makes the next sequence easier, so it's definitely something you need to weigh up. Of course, if you're playing on an easier difficulty than this one, beating Volgin is effortless. You know, you can just CQC him to bits, he'll go down really quickly, but on this one, he takes a good pounding. But there is Box B, and I think there's a sneaky strategy you can do here where when you return to Groznyj and you've got Box B, you can get in the back of a van and it'll drop you off inside where the bombs are, which is really cool because it's an homage to Metal Gear Solid, obviously. But that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and you take care now.